Hey guys, this is Cam from 15. Um, Here obviously with another video, but before the main video obviously starts, for the rest of the week, you're gonna probably be getting this video, like I said, till probably Sunday. But if you guys did not know, in the manga community, a very influential big figure passed away just last night on May 19th. Um, and that was Kentaro Miria. Um, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but he was the author of the highly touted manga Berserk. When this news first broke, it was definitely a huge hit in the community. From what I know, I never read any of the Berserk manga at all, so um, personally, I still feel like it hits a lot to me. But it's definitely for those people that read his manga. I can understand how you guys feel. Obviously, that was a big hit to the Berserk whole thing there. And I just want to come here and give him and his family his best well wishes. Hopefully, he moved on to a much better life if you believe that stuff, if you're a religious person. So hopefully his family is doing fine, and I'll be praying over them to make sure that they get over this very tragic incident. He was only 54, I believe. That was his age. Very, very, still very rarely young. Like he had a lot of life left in him. But as of this time, I'm going to give a moment of silence. So after the moment of silence, then we will go on with the video. So other than that, guys, hopefully out of respect, you like this moment of silence. And guys, see you in the video very soon. Hey guys, this is Cam for 15, back at it with another video for you guys. And I am back with another month chapter review of Dragon Ball Super. And we are finally here with the May month's chapter of Dragon Ball Super. And man, what a way to end off this month for Dragon Ball, because if you guys did not hear, which obviously if you had to have heard at this point, we're getting a new Dragon Ball Super movie coming next year. And then if you did watch Geekdom's video, he did talk about a animator from the Philippines saying that the anime is going to return. So hey, we got a bunch of good news and stuff like that. So yeah, and again, more good news here with this month's manga chapter releasing here. We get finally the start to the fight between the Saiyans and the Cerulean Granolah. Really, it's mostly Goku versus Granolah here in this fight, or in this chapter, but if you want to tag Vegeta in a bit, yeah, you could say the same thing. Now, we find some pretty interesting things in this chapter that happen here that I'll get into shortly, but other than that, let's get into this video and let's talk about Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 72. So, this is titled Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 72, titled Saiyans and Cerulean. Now, 18 days later, after Goku and Vegeta finally arrived on planet Cereal, I need to turn off my stupid notifications. Stupid me. Anyways, Maki tells Goku and Vegeta that obviously Granolah is over there beyond the mountains and stuff like that. Goku and Vegeta obviously are like, wait, we can't sense his power, but Vegeta's like, he's probably suppressing like we would and stuff like that. So Maki is like, look, out of pure safety for us, we'll stay back and you guys will do what you guys need to do and stuff like that. So they fly off. Now, this is when the plan starts to happen for the heaters and stuff like that. Now, Oil is going to go spy on their battle while Monkey waits for Alec and Gas to get to the planet. They're actually going to be arriving on the planet, which is actually pretty shocking. I didn't expect this turn of events. I thought they would do the thing by using the Dragon Ball radar to find the Dragon Balls on their own terms. I didn't think Gas and Alec would be coming. Now, Gas and Alec are about to arrive at the planet, and Alec says they had not been on planet Cereal for the last 40 years. And Gas essentially says, my memories of this planet are particularly not good ones. Alec just replies like, hey buddy, listen, things will be different than last time. So yeah, now this is hinting at the fact that Gas went down to planet Cereal and things must have went dicey for him. Gonna be very interesting. Want to know more about that. I really want to know more about that. It seems like this Gas plot line is gonna be a much bigger scale now. But we have some previous history to Cereal that we don't know about, that something bad happened last time he was there. Could it be when they first found Granolah, he attacked him and he got Gas really good? I don't know. Maybe another thing is, what if Gas, I'm just throwing out just a theory, it's just a theory, I'm just throwing out the thing. What if Gas is another Cerulean survivor? What if that's the case? We don't know. He could be. Then maybe all of them, Alec and the others, are all just Cerulean races, but they can't be because of the eye modification thing. But it would be interesting if that, or maybe Gas was a smaller race on that planet. Who knows? We'll just have to find out in the coming months to see about what happened to Gas in the past when it's in reference to Cereal. Now, Goku and Vegeta are flying through planet Cereal, wondering to look for Granolah, obviously. And Vegeta mentions the point that some of the surrounding buildings look pretty antique, pretty old, essentially. But Vegeta also mentions, like, the new cities here, they look like they've not been damaged and stuff like that. So then all of a sudden, energy blasts start attacking Goku and Vegeta, which obviously we know is Granola's, I guess you can say, sniper energy gun attack. And he starts firing off barrages of those attacks to Goku and Vegeta, where Goku and Vegeta make the mention in this chapter, like, holy shit, these attacks are actually pretty damn hard to dodge. We're like barely dodging these attacks and stuff like that. So it goes to show you how accurate and how fast Granolah is shooting these, energy blasts and stuff like that. Now Vegeta. Now, when I was reading the chapter, I was thinking, like, wait, are these dudes transforming into Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue? Because it's hard to tell when you're reading a manga in black and white. But we find out at a part before Goku and Vegeta start their fight that no, Vegeta and Goku eventually they both turn into a Super Saiyan. They're so in their regular Super Saiyan yellow hair form and stuff like that. Now, Vegeta goes into it at first. Goku, he stays in his base form, just closes his eyes as he's activating his Ultra Instinct abilities and stuff like that. Now they see the lighting that Granola's giving away, essentially like the same type of little light that if you're playing Call of Duty, you see when you have a sniper about to snipe you out of your boots. And they start going at Granolah and dodging the blast pretty effectively. Vegeta looks like he's having a more tougher time because he's just flying like woo, 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 while Goku's just zipping like back and forth or vanishing back and forth using the powers of Ultra Instinct, the abilities of Ultra Instinct. When they get to the area where Granolah's gone, and essentially they're looking around from him. Then Granolah starts firing from the air, and they get a barrage coming from the air and stuff like that. Then they locate him from the air, only to see that he's freaking firing from the ground again, so they go back down to the ground. But then that's when Goku takes a blast to one of his vital points near the back of his neck, essentially, and Goku is out of commission. He's knocked out. that quickly. So it's like, holy crap. At one energy blast, and I like how they just not how they say, oh, Goku was hit, or Granolah hit Goku at a vital point. They didn't say, oh, he just got hit and then he just knocks out. No, he hit him. Granolah hit him in a vital point, which vital points to your body are definitely very, very sensitive. And you know, if you get it good in a vital point, you can take down your opponent pretty easily. And stuff like that. And Vegeta makes a mention how he struck the vital point with very, you know, key accuracy. Now, Goku and Vegeta only have 2 sensu beans on them. So because of this, Vegeta's at a disadvantage and he knows I can't fight this dude by myself. So he's like, okay, Kakarot, time to wake up. I'm gonna give you a sensu bean. We only got 2 of them. Now, I don't know why they just don't split the sensu bean in half, like break it in half and give Goku one of it. So because shouldn't they have like some of the like legit the same effect? But I don't know. Anyways, Goku gets back up and essentially Vegeta's like, look, dude, don't rely on Ultra Instinct if it ain't gonna freaking work for you. Especially if we're in a situation where we can't freaking, you know, afford to get clunked out with now the fact that we only have 1 sensu bean and stuff like that. And 2, he also makes mention, if you haven't perfected it, don't use it at this point in time. And stuff like that. So Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan. Then they feel out the fact that Granola's there. And Granolah is there. He dodges the energy attack. He vanishes right behind them. And they make a mention how he has instant teleportation, aka instant transmission. So now with the power boost, Granolah now has, I guess you can say, instant transmission, just like how Goku does. And I guess you can say Vegeta does too. Vegeta barely uses it anyways, and stuff like that. Now, Granolah makes mention saying, I have no name for that technique. It's just a small fraction of the power that elevated me to be the strongest in the universe, and stuff like that. He goes on to say that my name is Granolah. I'm the last of the Ceruleans. Now, Goku asks Vegeta, like, whoa, have you ever heard of the Ceruleans? And Vegeta's like, no, I can't say I have. But pretty much by the end of the chapter, Vegeta kind of knows what the hell's going on and stuff like that. Now Granola's like, yeah, you may not know me, but I know you guys, Saiyans and stuff like that. So although that throws Goku and Vegeta off, like, wait, you know about us and things like that. So Vegeta asks, like, what, you have some grudge against us Saiyans or something like that? And Granola's like, why the hell should I tell you? I'm just here to kill you. So then he does an attack that I freaking says, quote unquote, from Vegeta's mouth. That attack he did where he annihilated the entire area they were standing on was an attack similar to Hakai, or destruction, whatever you want to call it. So listen, okay, they didn't say it's straight up Hakai. They just said it's a technique similar to Hakai, which again, this power boost Granolah got is insane and stuff like that. Also, Oil is seeing this and he's kind of just the observer. He's like, how the hell is freaking Granolah doing all this? That's what he says this entire chapter. That's all I'm gonna say about Oil as he's watching the fight. He's just like, dude, he's like, oh shit, we're screwed. And stuff like that. So very interesting to find out that Granolah has a technique that is honestly similar to Hakai. Now, Goku asks, like, does that mean he can use our techniques? Again, that's up in the air if he could do that. Now, Granola's like, oh, so you escaped to the air. Here, I guess you're stronger than expected and stuff like that. Now, Goku and Vegeta come up with a plan because Goku asks, like, yo, do you think we should work together on this? And Vegeta obviously, like good old Vegeta, and I don't know why, they just don't suck it up and just do it from the jump. But hey, it's been the running tradition since, I don't know, the Buu Saga. If you want to be real, when they started the whole, who's going to fight him first? Who's going to do this first? When they're both together in the same area, that kind of started with the Majin Buu Saga, to be honest. So, if you want to trace it back to, like, the Android Saga, because they took their turns fighting Cell and stuff like that at one point in the arc, I guess you can say that way. But really, when they're both together, typically that stuff started when they're like, yeah, I don't want to do this team-up strategy. It happened in the Buu Saga, really, so it is what it is. But obviously, predictably, we all knew that Goku and Vegeta would not team up in this first chapter, in this first fight against Granolah, together. They want to do that because we're going to save that for the final matchup, probably. So Vegeta actually is, they're not going to do their whole Jot Can Go whole rock, paper, scissors thing to determine who fights first. Vegeta's like, you know what, Kakarot, you can have him. You know, I envision you want to pay him back for him knocking you out earlier. Which I was like, oh, wow, Vegeta's actually, you know, not being very prideful in the fact that he wants to do. He's letting Goku take control. Obviously, you know, the Vegeta fans are like, yes, 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 he let Goku go first. Maybe this is our chance. Probably not, but hey, it's something you guys can get happy about. So, yeah, anyways, this is what the chapter kind of is centered around for the rest of the, at this point, the fight between Goku and Vegeta starts on page 22 of this chapter. So for the rest of the, you know, chapter, we just get Goku and Vegeta. I mean, Goku versus Granolah here. Now, Granola's like, get your ass back down here unless you want to be shot out of the sky again and stuff like that. So, obviously, you know, Granola's kind of shocked, like, wait, you're not going to fight me together? And obviously Goku's like, nope, we're not. Vegeta's going to be just on this ruin, just standing there, just observing the fight like he typically does. Now, Oil actually makes a mention, he's like, damn it, I wanted these guys to fight together, not apart. So, you know, that's kind of throwing him off balance, which the Heaters don't know about that whole thing. Now, Vegeta makes a mention saying, this Granolah guy seems to be up to something. I'll keep an eye on the situation for now. There may be more to this than yet another villain to defeat. Well, it seems like Vegeta's already knowing that something else might be going on. And don't worry, it's gonna probably be a matter of time before they find out the Heaters' grand plan, and they're gonna find out that they've been duped this entire time and stuff like that. Now, Granolah, obviously, like, I guess you can say characters are different races that have been affected by the Saiyans when they were in their grade 8 forms. It's always the first question, like, so, are you gonna go into your little grade 8 form or something like that, the monstrous form, as Granolah puts it here in the chapter? And Goku's like, we don't do that stuff no more. Obviously, and things like that. We've kind of evolved, but we can transform, we can do this, and stuff like that. So that's when Goku transforms from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan God. Obviously, the whole thing is, yeah, let's start out with Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan Blue, then probably it'll transform for him. Which is kind of just the common trope going up to this point going forward and stuff like that. And again, if you needed some more clarification, if you're reading the manga chapter, if they were Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan, because I know it's hard to tell when it's black and white. Granolah does say, like, first you gold hair, now red hair, like every other character who's introduced to Goku and Vegeta at first mentions, like, oh, so first gold hair, no red hair, blue hair now too. It's gonna be funny when Goku goes Metro UI, he's like, silver hair now, how many friggin' hair colors you guys got? So yeah, he makes a mention that he thought all Saiyans had black hair. Goku says, thanks to our training, we've got a bunch of transformations up our sleeve. This one's called Super Saiyan God. Now, Granolah's like, God, that's a bold claim. A name that's at odds with the savage nature of your kind. And stuff like that. So they start off their fight. God Goku and Granolah start off the fight. Granolah goes in, and it kind of throws Goku off balance because Granolah's fast and everything. And Granolah just kind of, it's looking like his fight style is kind of just like, you know, and things like that, looking like he's trying to impale him, and things like that. Now, Goku says, like, this dude is, like, very fast, and then two, I can't find an opening, and he's not backing down. That's when Goku starts closing his eyes, and he actually starts using the abilities of Ultra Instinct, or the powers of Ultra Instinct, however you want to call it, to start giving him an advantage in the battle. Now Vegeta says, Ultra Instinct, I see, it becomes more accurate when used in conjunction, with a Super Saiyan form. So it seems like, obviously, like I predicted, that it seems like, well, if that's the case, if Goku can use Ultra Instinct in his regular base form, that means Goku should be able to use the abilities of Ultra Instinct in all of his other Super Saiyan forms, which will not only give him the Super Saiyan boost of power, but he's also going to have the thinking, with the whole body moving on its own before thinking and stuff like that. So obviously, that makes sense to why when using Ultra Instinct in the Super Saiyan state, he would be much more stronger, and it's much more accurate to use because your abilities are essentially hidden when you transform into a Super Saiyan. If you want to call this an Ultra Instinct stacked on Super Saiyan, or any Super Saiyan transformations, I guess you can say. I guess you can call it that. I looked at one of Geekdom's tweets. He said necessarily you can't say it's stacking. It's really just using the abilities and the powers of Ultra Instinct while you're transformed as a Super Saiyan. So I feel like either or, you can say, I would probably necessarily say that Goku's just using the abilities of Ultra Instinct while being in Super Saiyan transformation, which I said is, if he's going to do it in his base form, that means he should have no problem doing Ultra Instinct in his Super Saiyan forms, which, again, if that's the case, what's the point in the silver-haired and Ultra Instinct Omen forms then? That's just my question. Marketing, that's why. No other questions. Anyways, because of this, it's being very hard for Granolah to hit Goku. Then Granolah jumps into the air. He does this 10-finger pistol move. I know, I did a call to One Piece when our boy Lucci did that against our boy Luffy. But he does a 10-finger pistol energy blast. Goku manages to dodge it all with utter ease. I like the paneling here. It looks pretty dope here and stuff like that. But then Goku dodges again, another blast. He looks up into the air. Granolah's gone, only for Granolah to hit him in the gut area. Now, it's looking like, oh, Goku's not really affected, and it's just like a simple, like the Beerus chop everybody tries to freaking copy, but it never works. But it actually affects Goku, and he depowers from Super Saiyan God back to his base form, because just like earlier in the chapter, Goku got hit in a vital point in that area and stuff like that. And Vegeta's making a mention about how he got targeted with a vital point again and stuff like that. And Vegeta's like, how is he learning Kakarot's weaknesses so quickly? And stuff like that. Now, Granolah's like, replies to Goku saying, your reaction time is incredibly fast. I can tell that your body moves on its own before your brain even processes incoming attacks. Now, I'm guessing Granolah doesn't know the properties of Ultra Instinct, but the fact that he just mentioned that, oh, I knew the way you're fighting is your body's moving on its own before you can even think. And it's like, I don't know if that's the fact that he's the strongest in the universe or the fact that it's just him, being very knowledgeable as a fighter. I'm guessing it's probably more the latter of the half, but that's pretty crazy to see that he already can tell, like, this guy is fighting without even thinking, and stuff like that. Now, really, the real reason why he could really stop Goku and stuff like that, and he makes a good mention, and I will give Taro, and Toriyama their credit here. Typically, they would give some BS answer, obviously, it's because where they would make Granolah, it's like, well, I'm the strongest in the universe, so I could easily tell what you're doing. That's how I got the upper hand. But here, they give a legit, actual, pretty good reasoning to why Granolah was able to hit Goku there and why he was able to do what he's doing and able to hit him when, I guess, Goku's using the abilities of Ultra Instinct. And Granolah says, like, however, even a flawless fighter cannot hide his vital points, which, okay, I like that. That's great writing. He goes on to say, as you dodged, I observed your blood flow and muscle movements, and I learned exactly where to strike. Again, good writing. I like to see this writing, and they're using a little bit of science behind this. I like this. It makes sense. Of course, okay, yes, your body's moving on its own without thinking, but I should be able to tell where your muscle movements are going at the same time. Be able to observe your blood flow, which I think is new. So I don't know what he means by observe your blood flow. I don't know if he can skeletal wise, or I guess pull up his blood system, and just be like, oh, I can see it and see what's going on and stuff like that. And he makes a mention how his right eye is the sharpest eye in the universe and stuff like that. Now Vegeta's like, sharpest eye in the universe, a tribe driven to extinction known for their evolved right eye. And Vegeta's like, wait a second, this is starting to sound awfully familiar, which, again, Vegeta should know about the Cerulean race, because at no later he was probably just a kid at this point in time, or that point in time when the Saiyans first destroyed or I guess wreaked havoc on planet Cereal, I guess you can say. So yeah, and that's when Vegeta's like, wait a second, could it be? Now Granolah goes on to say, and that's not all my eye can perceive. You're still concealing your power. Obviously, Granola's like, you're hiding some powers, aren't you? And stuff like that. He goes on to say, I don't know what you're up to, but you don't really have the time, the luxury of holding back. Listen, I have a job to do. Listen, your other friend, I don't have to kill him. I can kill you regardless, because I need the information to know about Frieza's whereabouts and stuff like that. And Goku's like, Frieza's whereabouts? What do you need that for? And stuff like that. And even Granola's like, it doesn't matter. I'm just here to exact my revenge and stuff like that. And Goku's like, wait, revenge? I thought you were the bad guy here. And stuff like that. And obviously, Granola's like, dude, shut the hell up, saying, you're about to die because you're about to pay for your crimes against the Ceruleans and stuff like that. So Granolah charges up and he displays more of his power and stuff like that. And Goku's kind of shocked, like, you can boost your energy that high? And obviously Granola's like, I just mentioned, I'm the strongest warrior in the universe. And I'm superior to you people in every single way. Goku makes a mention like, that's a lot of confidence you got there. But I trained myself a lot, but here's my power. So that's when Goku goes into Super Saiyan Blue. I gotta keep remembering that Super Saiyan Blue, they give him a darker hair color when he does that, and then the little sparks too as well. So yeah. And essentially Granola's like, blue hair now. And Goku's like, yep, we call this Super Saiyan Blue. And Granolah gives probably the most respect to Black Panther. He gives the I don't care line. Now, he says I couldn't care less, but he gives the typical Black Panther from Civil War, I don't care. That line will always get me. I don't care. I don't care what people think. That line will always get me. Anyways, they go on for round 2. Essentially, it's just a, I guess fist-to-fist hand fight. They're blocking each other's strike, going at each other, and stuff like that. Now, the regular people, the newer inhabitants of planet Cereal, I already forgot their stupid race names, but put that in the comment section what their race names is so I can remember. But the people of the new residents of planet Cereal hear all this stuff going on. They're like, what the hell is going on here? They're like, it's over behind that mountain and stuff like that. Goku and Granolah fight in the air. Again, they're just fist fighting and stuff like that. And the chapter ends off on the last page of essentially Vegeta looking down. He sees obviously a foot imprint of a great ape, and Vegeta's like, now this is making sense. I think I know who he is. And that's where the chapter ends off. And the next manga chapter for Dragon Ball Super will hit June 20th. So I thought this chapter was low-key. If you've been paying attention to my last Dragon Ball Super manga chapter reviews, I ripped the Dragon Ball Super manga chapter reviews. I didn't really rip him. I said the chapters were fine, just not my cup of tea, and I wasn't liking where the story's going. That doesn't mean my opinions on the story is still change, but I like the chapter. This is probably one of my favorite chapters since we got the few introduction. This is probably my favorite chapter since the few introductory, chapters we got in this for this relative arc. Again, like I said in the last month's chapter, the only thing I'm literally looking forward to is the fight between Granolah, Goku, and Vegeta. That's the only thing I really care about. But if they can find some way to get me invested into the story and stuff like that, especially with the fact that this whole gas storyline and then what the heaters are going to be planning on doing, it's going to be interesting. Like, will we see Frieza this arc? Who knows if Frieza will make an appearance, and stuff like that. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going on here. I definitely did like this chapter. It was a very enjoyable chapter. Granolah definitely is something not to be messing with. He definitely is backing up what he says. And I even think he mentions to Goku, like, I literally spared, half of my lifespan to go get revenge on Frieza and stuff like that. Now, they didn't freaking... now, Goku didn't mention, like, wait, wasted half your lifespan. What did you do? So it's going to be very interesting to see where this chapter, this story goes now, because I don't think, even though Vegeta is going to maybe find out the true story, it's going to be pretty hard to try to calm Granolah down, because right now he's all out for vengeance and stuff like that. So again, going to be very interesting to see where this story goes, but I definitely did like this chapter. So this chapter was a thumbs up in the right direction for me, in my opinion. I definitely enjoyed this chapter. So I have no negatives here. I enjoyed everything we got this chapter, so I guess you can say, for once, I finally liked a chapter in this storyline since we started this arc. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this month's manga chapter for Dragon Ball Super. Hype levels for what to think, predictions. I guess you can say hype levels for the Dragon Ball Super movie. Again, I'll probably leave the link at the end of in the outro to my video. If you want to see my thoughts on the Dragon Ball Super movie, my thoughts on it are being announced for 2022. I'll link that at the end of the video. Yeah, and hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Ball Super content. Yes. Any Dragon Ball news. Well, I typically don't do the news thing. That's only geekdom stuff. So whenever the movie comes out, I guess I'll do a review whenever the movie comes out. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys next month for the next recent manga chapter review for Dragon Ball Super. Till then, guys, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.